Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for February 19th, 2026. This Thursday edition for the lower 48 United States. Thank you for joining me. Please be sure to subscribe. Hit that like button for the latest weather interpretation of data in the lower 48 United States. I appreciate your support, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to experience late winter weather here in the lower 48. Right now, you're looking at a current temperature profile map. These are the maximum high temperatures for Thursday, February 19th, 2026. And you can see a surge of warm air has filtered in from the southeast to the Sunbelt of Texas up into the Ohio Valley here. 62 degrees Fahrenheit for a high in Columbus, Ohio. 76 degrees Fahrenheit for a high in Atlanta, Georgia. We have 78 degrees Fahrenheit for those folks in Miami, Florida. A nice 78 degrees Fahrenheit for those in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. And that surge is continuing up northward towards St. Louis, Missouri. Hello to you. 70 degrees Fahrenheit for your high temperature for today. So as you can see, everywhere in the south, the deep south, the mid-Atlantic, and the Ohio Valley, warm temperatures prevail. Now the cold air has been found up north. There's still winter in the big sky country of Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas, into Nebraska and the high plains there. Denver, you reached a nice comfortable high of 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Hello to you at Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, 45 degrees for your high temperature here. Still cool in the Intermountain West and the Rockies. 18 degrees Fahrenheit for Cheyenne, Wyoming for a high temperature today. 4 degrees in Cut Bank and Havre, Montana for a high. But we have out west, we have rain and snow showers continuing in the High Sierra. Our prayers and thoughts go out to those 8 victims there of avalanche there in the High Sierras in California and Nevada there up along I-80. That's been going on as well. But high temperatures rebound a little bit in LA. 57 degrees Fahrenheit, a cool day in LA and San Diego Basin there. They've been dealing with rain. You guys have been dealing with rain the last couple of days there. That should subside as we head toward the weekend here, and sunshine should return. 39 degrees Fahrenheit for our friends up in the Pacific Northwest, the PNW, Seattle, Tacoma area. That's for your high temperature. So you can see temperatures are moderating in the Northeast. Boston, 36 degrees Fahrenheit for a high, and also in the Pacific Northwest. So that's what we have going on right now. We're in a period of transition and unsettled weather for most of the country here. Now looking at the National Weather Service hazards for February 19th, Thursday here, you can see a great swath of the country in the west is dealing with those winter weather advisories in the highest of terrain, the north and south mountains of Nevada, for instance, and southern Utah, south of Salt Lake City and Ogden and Provo there. You've got snow, windstorm warnings in pink and purple, winter weather advisories there, extending into western Colorado, west of the Continental Divide there, of course, to places like Durango, the Four Corners area, winter weather advisories in effect. Also in the high plains from Nebraska on I-70, be very careful there if you're coming along there. 76 if you're coming out of Colorado into Nebraska, be careful there. Winter weather advisories extending into Iowa, Interstate 80 could be a rough go for Des Moines, on into the Quad Cities area, Davenport, on into Rice Lake, Wisconsin, and back up to the area, the UP of Michigan there. Now, and also in the Northeast, it could be a rough go too as well. I-87, the Capital District, Albany, up into the Adirondacks, the Tug Hill Plateau. Once again, there's winter weather advisories in pink and windstorm warnings in effect for you guys in Vermont and New Hampshire. Concord, Manchester, Burlington, maybe a slow go for you guys heading into Boston. 495 suburbs there could be a slow go heading into Connecticut as well. Hartford and Bradley, Windsor Locks, and into Maine there. So that's what we have going on. We have some flood watches in effect. Those is for central West Virginia mountains, so anywhere south of Elkins in the Panhandle there. Beckley, Huntington, back toward the capital city district there. Careful in West Virginia, as well as in western PA, the Laurel Highlands, back east of Pennsylvania, so places like Butler, Pennsylvania, and some areas there along the Laurel Highlands, you're in the flood watch there, as some showers are coming through the area, transitioning through the area tonight and into Friday morning. Could be foggy there as well, so be very careful for the fog into the DC metro area, Maryland, Baltimore, maybe into Philadelphia as well. Some foggy conditions are present for Friday morning. Just a heads up there. Now, the next 6 to 10 days of temperature outlook, climatically speaking, right? It gives us an opportunity to see that we're going to see warming temperatures here. Very warm temperatures here. Probably about 15 to 20 degrees above average. Anywhere from Albuquerque, New Mexico, down to El Paso, back into the hill country of Texas, Austin, San Antonio, Dallas-Fort Worth, back into Lubbock, Amarillo. You guys are going to be all above average. Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Broken Arrow, all these places are going to be above average here in the Panhandle of Oklahoma. And then up into Denver, you're going to be 5 to 10 degrees above average. And into Wichita, Kansas City, Kearney, Nebraska, all the way up into Cheyenne, Wyoming, and Salt Lake City, Provo, Utah, and Las Vegas. All these places are going to be 5 to 10, even 15 degrees above average. Now, places going to be like maybe 5 degrees above average. This is going to include Atlanta, Atlanta, Greenville, Spartanburg, Asheville, Staunton, Roanoke, back into Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Columbus, Cincinnati, Dayton, Indianapolis, back to Grand Rapids, South Bend, Chicago, places like that, Wisconsin, Kenosha. You're going to be about 5 to 10 degrees above average, even into New York City. Not leave you guys out. Trenton, into the areas, all these areas are going to be above average, even in the south here, in the panhandle of Florida, they're going to be 5, 10, 15 degrees above average here. Average temperatures are going to prevail south of that for Miami, Naples, Tampa, St. Pete, Bradenton, Sarasota, Daytona Beach, West Palm Beach, Jupiter, and all those areas. Orlando, they're going to be about average. Same thing with Pacific Northwest. So if you're in SeaTac, Bellingham, Washington, back towards the stovepipe of Idaho, over toward the just extreme portions of northern North Dakota and the upper portions of Minnesota, you're going to be just about average. But looking at the driest air here, you can see the dry air is confined to the most extreme portions of southern Florida here, as well as the Carolinas here. They're drying out here, but we have extreme moisture here, of course, in the Intermountain West here with those snow showers, and that dip in the jet stream is providing enough moisture here out east with those showers that continue in the Delmarva region, as well as in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, as I've showed you here in the Catskills. Some showers are continuing here. That'll push on offshore tonight on Friday, and we're just left with the fog, like I said, the dense fog in the morning for the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic, as well as some brief little drizzle that could be happening on that day. So you look at the models here, the GFS model one, it does have something coming on Sunday. People have been focusing on this. The GFS model on Sunday has a bullish snowstorm coming into the Mid-Atlantic. Now, many people have said this is an overdone model, but that remains to be seen. You can expect at least 2 to 3 inches of snow anywhere north and west of Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. This includes places like Hagerstown and Frederick, over toward the mountains of Cumberland, west of Maryland, back toward the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia and the Shenandoah Valley. That's where the snowfall is targeting, north and west of that area, that they can see at least 2 or 3 inches of snow here. According to the GFS model, wants to put in 10 inches of snow as it develops a deepening low pressure here of 990 millibars. Is looking at a heavy snow as possible. There is a heavy snow advisory put out by the National Weather Service for February 22 and 23rd, but this is on the extreme gradient here. Places like possibly like let's see, Dover, Southern Maryland, Charles County, some counties up there could end up getting upwards of 10 inches of snow according to this one model. Now this is not set in stone, as you know. Models change and we're still a couple of days out, but as they fine-tune these models, we'll fine-tune the snow chances for DC, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey area. But you can see a deepening low off the coast there. Just a heads up on Sunday into Monday morning, and as it races away, it kind of has a northeaster like, as it will be crossing over close to the benchmark here by Tuesday here, February 24th. You can see it just in that, almost close to that benchmark area that they talk about so much on the news, off the coast of Boston Harbor there, a couple hundred miles there. But anyway, this is going to be racing off quickly here, and by Tuesday or Wednesday, there's nothing left for the snow or rain or whatever develops on Sunday, and we're left with that cold air, that cold isobars pushing into the Carolinas and all the way there, as well as warm ridging again in the west. So temperatures warm up again from California back over to Texas and up into the high plains, and then we can end the month here of February here, according to the GFS model, with another little snowstorm coming up in the northern New England area. Possibly. This is 10 days out, so there's no confidence here, but I'm saying toward the end of the month of February, there's a chance for another little spurt of snow to ride along the jet stream there and affect the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast somewhere between Thursday and Saturday to end the month of February, as before we go into March here, a little bit more quieter for most of the country. So let me know what you think about that. We will continue to let you know what you think about that as we go in. This is the Weather Guru update for Thursday, February 19, 2026. This is the Weather Guru signing off. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you on the next episode.